Hello, who wants to cook? It's Lady Pam here, and you are so welcome. So today I decided to make some pizza, and I would like to share my recipe with you all. Hope you learned something from it. So first of all, we're going to use half cup of warm milk, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of instant yeast, and 1/3 cup of yogurt. Now we're going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, some salt, and 1 tablespoon of oil. Now we're going to give it a mix until it's a little bit compact. Alright, so we're going to add 1 more tablespoon of oil. I prefer my dough to be a little bit soft. Now we're going to cover our dough with a cling film because we want the dough to rest. When it rests for about 50 minutes, it's really easy to knead. 50 minutes is up. So you know what? We're going to add some flour onto the surface, and then we're going to transfer our dough, and we're going to knead. Like, this is my personal favorite part of making dough. I prefer to make dough with my hand because I just love to knead the dough. But if you have a hand mixer, it's going to be faster. So you can knead it with a hand mixer for about 8 minutes. But with your hands, you can do it as long as you want. Our dough is ready. So you know what? We're going to add oil into a bowl, and then we're going to smear the oil around the dough, and then transfer the dough to the bowl, and then we're going to cover it with a cling film. And then we're going to place it in a warm place until it's doubled in size. I usually place it in my microwave because it's warm over there. Now we're going to make our chicken, which we will use for our pizza. So you know what? You just divide the chicken, cut it out, and then you cut it into any shape of your choice. I decided to cut it diagonally. Voila! Now let's get to the seasoning of our chicken. Personally, I like to use a lot of spices. I like to make my chicken taste very spicy and flavorful. So I add some garlic, add some oregano, thyme, and some rosemary. Now we're going to add some black pepper, and then some chicken cube to be precise. If you don't like too much spices, that's really fine though. Now add some salt, some chili powder, and then some chicken bouillon. Now we're going to give it a quick stir and let it simmer until it's ready. When it's ready, you know what you do? You transfer it. So we're going to make our pizza sauce. First of all, you add some oil, and then you're going to add the garlic. Give it a quick stir. I also decided to use the same oil that I used to fry the chicken because I want it to be more flavorful. So you add your onions and then give it a quick stir. Add basil and then some oregano because you want the oil to be flavorful. Now we're going to transfer the peppers, and that's the red and yellow peppers. Now you're going to add some tomatoes. You have to divide the tomatoes so that it'll be easier for it to soften up. Alright, so this is not my personal recipe. I learned it from a certain recipe, and I will put the link down in the description box. So you have to remove the skin of the tomatoes. But if you like the skin of the tomatoes, then that's fine. Alright, so you add some salt and then some sugar. Give it a quick stir. You know what? Let it cool down, and then you will blend it. I guess I will start, so place it in the blender, and then we blend. Alright, so you don't have to blend it too smoothly. So that's our pizza sauce. But you know what? We're going to add a lot of ketchup. And I like to add ketchup because it gives it that sweet and sour taste. Like, not too sweet, not too sour, like not too stewy, you know. Just look at all this goodness. Trust me, this pizza sauce is bomb. So after 2 hours, you know what? The pizza has doubled in size, and then we're going to transfer it onto a surface. So we're going to divide it. I don't know why I divided it like this, but you just have to divide it into two. If you prefer a thinner crust, then you use just a little amount of dough. If you like a thicker crust, then you use a lot of dough. So we're going to stretch it out, and then add some oil to our pizza pan, and then place the pizza in the pan. And just keep on stretching it to the edges of the pan. If you want the crust to be more thicker, you can fold it in, but if you don't really like it that way, you just leave it like that. Now we're going to prick holes in the pizza dough, and then we're going to add the pizza sauce. I prefer to use just a little amount of pizza sauce because I want it more cheesier. But if you like it more, I don't know, stewy, cheesier, you can add more sauce. Now you're going to add a mozzarella cheese. The more creamier. The more cheesier, you know. So we're going to add our protein, that's the chicken, and then we're going to add our veggies. Honestly, I don't like a lot of veggies in my food, but I'm just doing this for the video. Usually when I'm eating it, I remove all the veggies out. So you add any veggies of your choice, and then we add some more mozzarella cheese. Voila! We bake it at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. Now I just want to show you how I made the second pizza. So first of all, you fold it and make it like a ball, and then you're going to roll it with a rolling pin, like so. You just roll it and stretch it out. Roll, 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 roll. It's really easier. This one is really easy when you're doing it with a rolling pin. So you just roll it out, and you know what? You transfer it to our pizza pan, and that's it. You have it. You have the pizza, and you still bake it at 200 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. Now look at all this goodness. Trust me, honestly, I really hope that you tried this recipe out. The pizza really tastes so great. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you do try it out, put it in the comment down below. Thank you. Now let's go to food for our soul. So when we look at Ephesians chapter 5 verse 1, it says that be imitators of Christ because we are God's loved children. And verse 2 says that live a life of love, walk in love, following the example of Christ because he died for us, he sacrificed for us. So for us to be truly imitators of God, we really have to know him. We really have to know more of him. For you to imitate or be a high copy of something, you have to know what a thing is entailed of. So as Christians, I pray that we will continue to desire God. We will continue to know him more and more. We will continue to yearn for him. We will continue to allow him to open the eyes of understanding to be more like him, because when we are like Christ, we act like him. You see, Christ loves us, that he died for us. He sacrificed himself for us. So we are Christ on this earth. I mean, we're supposed to walk like God, talk like him. You see, Christ showed himself. He died, he sacrificed. So we have to continue to sacrifice ourselves for our families, our friends, our church. I mean, we have to sacrifice our hearts out to people. We have to show love to people because Christ did it. And you know what? It may not be easy, because even Christ said, God, if this cup will pass me by, let it, but by thy will. You see, so showing love to people, walking in love, being like God is not an easy thing. And though you may feel, don't be perturbed. Just keep on fixing your eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. It is well with all of us. I hope you were blessed, and thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Bye.